as the authentic national chairman of Labour Party, being the man who is former deputy national chairman and now acting national chairman, the only authentic, every other one is fake. Abure is fake. Lamidu Apapa is fake.
In the wake of a new day, I would usually say that there are new political occurrences in the political system in Nigeria due to the fact that every day we find out that different stories twist to the left, twist to the right, and twist to other sides as a result of an unstable sort of political system. But that doesn't stop us from bringing you updates as the days go by. My name is Angelo Himalayati. Welcome to Nation's Voice Tower, your most preferred YouTube channel. Before I go further, I would like to thank our most lovely subscribers and most dedicated subscribers to please continue paying the support and allegiance you pay to us, because it is with you that we continue to thrive. I will not forget to thank you for all your efforts over time, for subscribing, for liking, for dropping your comments, even for sharing our videos and making it go viral. Grow our page. We love you. Yes, the next point, I have a very good update for you. This is going to make obedience so unstable and so angry. Now, another Labour Party factional chairman has emerged. This is surprising, as the Labour Party crisis worsens over time, as ex-deputy chairman asks court to sack Julius Abure and Lamidi Bashiru Apapa. Now, a former deputy chairman of the Labour Party, one Callistus Okafor, has approached the Supreme Court to declare him as the authentic chairman of the party. This is surprising. Speaking to journalists, the Callistus Okafor said the constitution of the Labour Party still acknowledges him as the substantive deputy chairman of the party. Okafor reiterated how he had already spent 48 million and above on his own case against Julius Abure and Lamidi Apapa at the Supreme Court. Okay, and he has court injunctions and different proofs and documents to show that he can actually be acknowledged as the legitimate, substantive national chairman of the Labour Party. This is giving me goosebumps right now. Let me not let the cat out of the bag. Let me allow you watch his pronouncement and his interview. You will be shocked. Watch this.
I, as the authentic national chairman of Labour Party, being the man who is former deputy national chairman and now acting national chairman, the only authentic, every other one is fake. Abure is fake. Lamidu Apapa is fake. Because Lamidu cannot emerge in illegality. Lamidu emergence would have been better if there was no consent judgment, if there was no Callistus Okafor existing. Lamidu will emerge. But as long as Callistus Okafor exists, as long as the consent judgment exists, Abure is illegal. Abure is not a chairman. Lamidu is illegal. Lamidu does not exist. The only exists national chairman, acting national chairman, is Callistus Okafor. And having said that, let it be, let everybody know that I said, I have ordered, which is the paper I have here. This paper has been filed.
Okay, we're back. You've watched the man there. It was so surprising. It is still surprising. It's going to still be surprising because every day you find out that there are different issues, internal political issues coming up from the Labour Party. If you ask me, I will tell you that these are plans by the other parties or opposition parties to actually scuttle this plan of retrieving a stolen mandate, because all of a sudden factional chairman cannot just be erupting from a party or emerging from a party that was known to be so peaceful before. This is a vivid proof to show you that these people are actually getting confused over one or two external or inferior or exterior interferences from different political parties, and only those who find themselves strong to actually resist the temptation people offer to them as regards to why you would just wake up and become a factional chairman of yourself from a party which was unanimously recognized earlier on. That is my take on that particular issue. Next on my list of updates, I have something from Aisha Yesufu. Aisha Yesufu, of course, you know her, an activist a welfare fighter and a member of the OB30 Presidential Campaign Council, on her official handle has got an important message for the judges at the tribunal. Yes, now the partly message she gave was for them to actually stand up to their responsibility so as not to deliberately subvert justice, especially for posterity's sake. She went further to call on the judiciary to please emancipate itself regardless of the political border of everybody. She called for transparency and a sort of equity, as the judiciary remains and only remains the last hope of the common man and not a tool for politicians. Without wasting much of your time, let me allow you watch and listen to Aisha Yesufu while she emotionally had this message for the judiciary. I bet you what, if the judiciary or if the members of the tribunal, the judges at the tribunal should lay their hands on this video, I guess they will get so emotional that they will be forced and they will be compelled to do nothing but the truth, nothing but justice at the tribunal. Watch her.
Dear judges, 100 years from now, where will you be at? What will you be remembered for? What would the people who would be Nigerians then, or maybe they've even changed their names, how would they think about you? Would they even imagine, would they even know that you ever existed? Or you would have just been gone and forgotten? I ask this question because anytime any one of us has a sense of responsibility to our nation, I think this question should be what we should all ask ourselves. 100 years from now, would Nigerians that will be alive then appreciate what we are doing now? Will it have a positive impact that will last that long to get to them? That's the question we should always ask ourselves, and that's the question I want you to ask. The reason why I'm saying this is because justice is something that must not only be given, but must be seen to be given. And I think at this moment where citizens are asking for a live stream of the court proceedings in the presidential election petition, it's not out of place. If you agree with me, this is the first time that Nigerians have been so invested in an election to this extent. Yes, 1993, there was something, but this time has been different. Nigerians are invested because people voted with their thumbprint, with their hearts, with their minds, with their body, with their soul, with their everything. You see this election that happened, if the right thing was done, results uploaded and all of that, and the result is still what it is today, people would have moved on because they would have seen the transparency. They would have seen everything. And that's what they're asking for in the court. They just want it to be transparent. They just want to see how justice is being served. This is not even about whatever way the result goes or whatever way the ruling goes. No, it's not. It's about allowing citizens and the world, opening up the doors for them to see how you serve that justice, so that everybody will see for his or herself that indeed justice was served. For not only should justice be served, but justice must be seen to be served. I ask you again, what will you be remembered for 100 years from today? It is time for the judges, it is time for the judiciary to emancipate itself. It's time to no longer play second or even third fiddle. The judiciary arm of government is supposed to be the most powerful, because it actually interprets the law. And in Nigeria, sadly, It has turned into a puppet, a place where people go around shopping for judgment, judicial judgment. Someone will leave Abia and go all the way to Kano. Someone will leave Jigawa and go all the way to Bayelsa. Someone will leave Sokoto and go all the way to Kwara or Ogun or Ondo to seek for judgment. It's almost like shopping. The live streaming, let it happen. Darkness is where corruption thrives. Darkness, opacity, when things are opaque, different things go on there. Let things be transparent, let things be open. Open up your doors and let not just Nigerians, but the whole world see how you're serving that justice. So that irrespective of what the outcome is, people would have seen how you followed and you were just. The judiciary must be the last resort, the last hope of the common man, and not a tool of corrupt politicians.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is still Nation Voice Tower, your most preferred YouTube channel. Earlier when I asked our viewers, and I congratulated and thanked all of our viewers, if not all, for all your actions towards us, all your good deeds, and so on and so forth. I would not always forget to urge you to like our videos. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're an incoming subscriber. Then if you're an already existing subscriber, don't forget to tap the notification bell so you could get updates from us anytime we drop any. Yes, furthermore, on the issue of transparency from Aisha Yesufu in that video, I would advocate with her for the judiciary to please extend their hands of transparency to the people of Nigeria in this particular ongoing Presidential Elections Petitions Tribunal, because that is the only platform where Nigerians will acknowledge that justice was not submerged or subverted. Okay, that is the reason. So the truth remains that the judiciary should please take off that particular rule, or please grant that request of a live broadcast or live streaming of proceedings from the court by political parties, so that we would have a reason to say our judiciary has been transparent over time. The judiciary too should please abate or forgo that particular rule, or that particular rule they gave in court the last time about people not going in with their cell phones. There was a particular ruling in court by the judiciary or by the tribunal for people not to go into court sessions, especially on the ongoing tribunal at the Court of Appeal, with their phones. Please, I would urge the judiciary to please revisit that particular issue and grant permission for people to go in with their media devices. That is the platform at which transparency will be achieved. Finally, on another note, on a very funny note this time around, on a very, very funny note, Lamidi Bashiru Apapa, the factional chairman of the Labour Party, who has been causing political pandemonium in the party and outside the party, even in the Supreme Court over time, has met his Waterloo with Channels TV presenters. Okay, now while on interview with these presenters on Channels News or Channels TV, the truth is Apapa couldn't answer questions directly. Apapa was running helter-skelter while he was asked questions. Okay, now these questions were thrown to him over the ongoing tussle for party hierarchy in the Labour Party, and why he has continued to scuttle or to be in the plans to allegedly scuttle the presidential ambition of Peter Obi, and to the extent of going to court to cause political catastrophe. Let me allow you watch Kimberly and his colleague, the two presenters who really put Apapa on heat in the studio. He couldn't stand it. That was not just coming on air talking about Aburi and Labour Party. This was different. This particular reporter or this presenter went straight to him and asked straight questions. She didn't mince words, she didn't hide words. She had to ask him directly why this happened and why this happened. Lamidi was so confused. Let me allow you watch Lamidi Apapa in the studio.
Why is it so important to you that you be recognized as chairman?
I'm not calling myself chairman. I said acting national chairman. I've never said I'm the national chairman. But if Aburi has stepped aside, I'm the next person in hierarchy. no other person should occupy the place except myself.
Yeah, but given the contention that it is causing, the bad blood it is causing, the divisions it's causing, the distrust, because a major bone of contention right now is that they do not trust that you will continue this case in court. They do not trust that you are going to continue with the mandate, that Mr. Peter Obi is seeking in court. There are a lot of trust issues around your continuing to be acting national chairman of the party. If there is a trust deficit, isn't it in the best interest of your party that you step aside and say, you know what, if this is the situation, then maybe somebody else should take over?
Let me tell you, there's nothing like distrust. There is nothing like distrust. This is our project. It is Labour Party project. Obi is our project. And nobody should deviate from that project. Whether I am there, whether somebody else is there, that project must be executed by all of us. So for you now, if there is any deficit in terms of trust, that cannot be referred to me. I want Obi to say it to the whole world. Why is he behaving the way he's behaving to me? I have never done anything bad to him.
So why are they accusing you then of trying to withdraw the case or stall the case?
If you are accusing somebody, is it possible for somebody to withdraw a case with the word of mouth? You must have put it in writing, and I've told the whole world, if you have any evidence to prove that I have done this, I've done that, bring it to the whole world to see. They have not done that. It's nothing but blackmailing.
So you say that Obi is our project. That's yes. What you say.
Yes, I believe in it.
Yet this same Mr. Peter Obi obviously does not recognize you as chairman.
He doesn't.
So that is the situation.
I will not say that openly, that he doesn't, because he's bound to recognize me. He is banned. He's not the party. He met me in the party. I've stayed in the party for 21 years. Obi is less than 1 year in the party. I'm not going to appeal for him to recognize me. He's bound to recognize me. The party belongs to Nigerians. It doesn't belong to a particular tribe. He is bound to recognize me.
Yeah, but if this is a situation that you have found yourself, isn't it in the best interest, in the overall interest of the party, and perhaps at least for the duration of this election petition court hearing, that you step aside and maybe let somebody else whom everybody can trust to be the acting? After all, it is an internal party affair, and if this is based on trust, then you let the person whom everybody can trust take over.
I will interpret the word everybody can trust. If I am bound to be trusted, if I've been there, I've never been found wanting for the past 21 years. If he should be here now, he's the person that should be checked. If you are in the party just less than a year, and you distrust somebody who has been there for the past 21 years, who is deceiving who? He should be checked.
Okay, because when you say some of the key leaders don't recognize you or say they don't want your presence, you say Mr. Obi doesn't, Mr. Oshizogun doesn't, Mr. Abure doesn't, several people don't. So
not several. These are the people, not several.
The key people.
No, when you use the word key people, I don't want to say this in the open. Now, Obi is a Christian. Abure is a Christian. Oshizogun is a Christian. I'm the only person that's a Muslim among them.
What has that got to do with?
No, it has got to do with it. Because if he doesn't believe that, this is the way he operates.
How?
Now, even during the campaign process, during the campaign issue, during our campaign, the list of committee there was over 1,000. How many people operated it?
But
less than 10.
But we also understand that none of the state chairmen recognize you.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Why shouldn't he say that? There was a meeting.
No. Why I use that way. I'm not condemning that word. I'm only trying to explain why it must not be so. Now, before at the beginning of this crisis, Abure invited state chairman to Benin for solidarity. It was at that meeting that this Abuja court injunction came up. And immediately he gave them a charter claim to come down to Abuja. Not only for them, they didn't actually know what happened. They gave him that recognition. at that at the headquarters. And you know, today some people worship money. But what I'm saying now, I am not against Abure's position. I am against the compliance with the court order. I'm not after his position. That's why I keep on saying acting appointment. What I'm saying is that he can still come back to the position if he's able to clear his case. But for anybody to sit on that seat and disobey court order, I won't tolerate it.
Did the court expressly say that you have to be the one to sit there?
No, it doesn't. The court says one of the deputies will take over.
Exactly.
No, I'm just telling you. I want to tell you the scenario. Now, when this thing happened, a National Working Committee meeting was held where I was elected. Then, secondly, the other two deputies at the Akwanga Convention. That is democratic. At the Akwanga Convention, we have Late Absalam as the chairman, myself, the next person, and we have one lady, Lebeka. We just have two deputies that were democratically elected at that convention. Lebeka has left. I am the only one that is democratically elected. The other two deputies were platform deputies. That is from the NSC and TUC. And these are people that are recommended to the party. They are not elected. They can be withdrawn by their platform at any time. I am the only one left as the democratically elected deputy.
But even the people who brought these people to who are brought or nominated by the labor unions, yes. The labor unions too say, we don't recognize you. That's what the NLC has said.
That they don't recognize
you. They don't recognize you. That's what they have said. The state party chairman, you said they were misled. They don't recognize you. If everybody is saying, we don't recognize you, the law did not expressly say that you should sit in that seat. You said the law said one of the deputies should sit there. It didn't say you. So if that is the situation that you have at hand, Mr. Akpakwa, I'm wondering, why is it compulsory? Why throw your party into this level of turmoil?
Welcome back, Lamidi Akpakwa. I will tell you that I would not stop laughing at this man because he's always a confused fellow when it comes to party politics. Because that's the only thing I'm going to say to him, because I have told you times without number that Lamidi and his cohort are on a wild goose chase, and they wouldn't be able to recover from this until I think they find or they meet their Waterloo in the hands of any of the factional sections of the Labour Party. That is that on that particular update. I urge you to stay glued to Nation's Voice Tower for more political updates as we move on. I will always bring you these updates as they happen. Thank you and see you in my next video. Bye.